The Japanese earthquake, residents who were left with nothing now have to face up to the new challenge of the weather, as a new cold front is dropping temperatures in the disaster area to below zero and bringing rain and even snow with it. Just in time, Tzuji's shipment of 500 boxes containing 5,000 warm blankets from Taiwan to Japan has arrived at the Tzuji chapter and is ready to be handed out to the needy victims.
A line of trucks parked outside the Japan Tzuji chapter are delivering Taiwanese aid. There is a total of 500 boxes containing 5,000 blankets, the first Tzuji aid for quake victims. Although it's already dark, a dozen volunteers form a human chain to store the bulky supplies on the first and fourth floors, so they do not block the entrance. Now the temperature in the disaster area is dipping below zero, the blankets are desperately needed. Tzuji volunteers ventured into the disaster area for the first time on Tuesday. Due to concerns about radiation leaks, they were cautious but determined to understand the needs of the victims.
We came over as soon as we could. We told our master that this venue is very good. The villagers will come to pick up the aid. The master said, first we have to be quick. So after finding this place, apart from thanking them, we have to hurry.
After assessing the situation, the volunteers will deliver aid to Oarai, over 2 hours' drive from Tokyo. Communicating with local community leaders, the volunteers decided to deliver hot food to villagers who are unable to cook because their water and gas has been cut. As well as taking a weight off their shoulders, the meals will bring warmth and comfort to disaster survivors.
As we just saw, Tokyo Tzuji volunteers are making hot food for tsunami victims in the coastal town of Oarai. The plan is to cook 2 meals a day, including the Japanese favourites of curry and rice and miso soup, to feed 300 people. Beginning Wednesday, March 16th, volunteers from Tokyo are driving 2 hours every day to Oarai, some 130 kilometres away, with pre-cooked ingredients, gas and other kitchen equipment, so that very little food preparation is required once the team reach the disaster area. We find out in our next report what work has gone into gaining access into the tsunami zone to set up the soup kitchen in the days following the quake.
Heading out of Tokyo to Ibaraki Prefecture early in the morning, Tzuji volunteers are on a reconnaissance mission to tsunami-hit Oarai near the coast. Access to the disaster zone has been restricted, but the Taiwanese aid workers have already acquired an emergency pass for the expressway, which will save them at least 3 hours of driving time.
We were going to take the number 6 highway once we were outside Tokyo, but traffic on the highway was restricted. We negotiated with the police and told them that we're from Taiwan and we want to go into the disaster area. We had already contacted humanitarian aid groups at Ground Zero and they were expecting our arrival. The police officers then gave us a pass that is valid for a month.
In Oarai, though the power system is up and running, there are still water and gas outages. Residents are returning to their homes, but without groceries and water, getting food onto the table is out of the question.
Tomorrow we will start providing 2 meals a day for some 300 people. We'll travel every day from Tokyo and back because we're not allowed to stay in the disaster area for safety reasons. Master Zheng Yan has reiterated that volunteers must keep safe.
While water will be provided by the Japan Self-Defense Force in Oarai, all the ingredients and kitchen equipment will be readied in Tokyo to expedite the cooking process in the disaster area.
Because the shipment of Tzuji's instant rice hasn't arrived yet, we're planning to make curry and rice twice a day for now. Ingredients like potatoes and carrots will be cooked first in Tokyo, but the curry itself will be made in the disaster area. This is to simplify and streamline the preparation process.
In the aftermath of the earthquake, despite a widespread shortage of fuel and food, Tzuji volunteers are doing what they can to feed starving survivors, knowing very well the immense comfort that food brings in hours of need.